Hello everyone, it is Princess_Minnie4 and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, this is going to be a last minute vlog because this was supposed to be a cook with me vlog, but life been lifing. If you guys are new here, please make sure you hit that notification bell and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a post. Alright you guys, so today's date is, let me show y'all. It is Monday, August 18th, 2025, and it is 10:42 a.m. Hold on. And I am getting ready to go into work, y'all. So I'm actually sitting outside. And today I'm working, well, it's 10 o'clock. So, you know, I'm working the 11 through 8 shift. I got me my coffee and I was running so late this morning. But it's almost time for my cycle to come on. And I got up this morning and I had the little period poops. You know, TMI, but, you know, this is my life. So yeah, that took a lot longer, and then it was just like, you know, I try to work out and I try to read and all that stuff before I come in because I don't get home till 8. So if I leave here at 8, I don't get home till like 8:30, then I gotta go to bed at 10. So it's like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But luckily, oh yeah, I didn't even write that, I didn't even mark it down. So I was able to read and do my full body workout. So that's 2 less things I don't have to do in the evening. Whew, y'all, but yeah, it's been a lot going on lately, y'all, just with life. Like, honestly, we're mostly just working. But now it's raining again. It was pouring yesterday. But normally, this is a whole long story, but I was busy on Saturday, so we had to go visit, you know, my grandmom's cousin, which is my 3rd cousin, in a living care facility because she has dementia. So we went there yesterday after church, and it's been a lot. My church is supposed to be having an hour of power because it's summertime and people want to get out and have fun, you know, before the weather breaks, even though today's gonna be 73. But, you know, we haven't had an hour of power yet, and at this point it's about to be fall, so we're gonna go back to 2-hour services, and we haven't even had an hour service yet. We were there for 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I was getting so frustrated and like fidgety because I'm like, I have all this stuff to do and I want to get home, and it's like, we didn't get home till 7 o'clock and I gotta go to bed at 10. So I'm like, whoo, with this job, I don't get no time for me at all. It's time for family, it's time for work, and it's time to sleep. That is all I get, you know. I squeeze in some time with God, but I barely, oh my gosh, I barely have time for that anymore. It's, oh my goodness. I love my job, I love what I do wholeheartedly, but the act of working and just being out of the house for 12 hours, 5 days a week is just a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I need some coffee though. And it's dark roast, so it shouldn't bother me too much. But yeah, so it's just been a lot going on, and I'm just so behind on like my thing. Like, normally on Sunday I plan out my meals for the week. I ain't get to do that yet. Look at all these emails. Oh wait, let me tell her I'm here. My grandma. But then there was like daggone traffic, and then they were doing road work. I'm just like, Princess said the windows needed to be cleared ASAP. But yeah, I'm here though. I'm at work. I did not think I was gonna be here on time, but I did. And it's just, I'm just so tired. But I know that one day it will soon come to pass and I'll be like, yeah, you know. But right now I'm just kind of like, ugh, you know. But Wawa's 20-ounce coffee is $2.49, but it's like $2.65 with tax, but that is still the cheapest coffee around. What else am I going to talk about? Well, I'm going to go out and get me something for lunch, so I'll be able to talk to you guys more. But this was supposed to be a cook with me vlog, but like I said, we were out all day yesterday, so I was not able to cook dinner. I was going to cook me some salmon, some rice, and some green beans, but nope, we got KFC. I'm like, that's why I'm gaining weight. Like, when you're out so often, you don't have, nobody wants to come home at 7 o'clock and cook dinner and then eat and then go to bed. Like, having gastric reflux, you're not supposed to eat a certain amount of hours before bedtime. It's just a lot, you know. It's a lot. Life been life, and I've been having so much chest pain lately. I'm like, I hope I'm still alive before the 15th of September so I can go and tell my doctor about my chest pain, because it's not like I can go any other time because she's the #1 doctor, cardiologist in the state, so she's booked out till February. And it's like, I don't have time off of work to go to the doctors anyway. you know, not trying to rant, but trying to rant. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot. So I've been having the chest pain. Then the other day I was having acid reflux. And then it's like I just been busy. But this is the life. I've reached peak adulthood, and this is all your life revolves around, is your job, your health, and your sleep. No time for hobbies, nothing else. Like, I haven't played a video game since I started working. That's a whole month and some change. But I'm about to head into work, y'all. I'm gonna have me a good day. I'm speaking into existence. I love my job. And I actually I'm at the second location today. I like working here because it's so chill. Sometimes it's too chill. I be on Amazon. I be just like, cause I'm so bored. But I'm like, I like that because the other office is just so busy. Like, it's going on 11 o'clock. They probably already seen 50 patients already. And here you don't even see 50 patients in a day. So, but yeah, I love you guys. I'm going to talk to you guys probably at lunchtime, which I think is around 3 when you go in at 11. So yeah, I'm gonna get McDonald's. All right, you guys. So it is 3:30 pretty much. It is 15:23 and I'm just now getting my lunch. So I got me McDonald's because I have my points and 4,000 of them were expiring in September. And no, I'm not okay with that. So I got me a little fish fillet for free. Oh, my cheese on. But then I picked me up there. Little mango pineapple smoothie. But I gotta rant real fast. I'm at work. First off, all day since like Saturday, I've been having like chest pain off and on. Okay, they didn't have to do my sandwich like this, but I'm also filming a what I eat in a week. But I'm sitting there all week at work. All weekend and stuff. My chest is hurting. And I know, oh, you should go to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. I don't got time for that. Y'all seem to forget that I work. Like, I don't have no days off. So, anyway. So I'm at work and I'm doing my job. And then I have 2 patients left. The doctors were extremely behind today. I had like 4 patients in and he was still in room 1. He was still in the first one. And I'm like, okay, there's only 6 rooms. So I have 4 rooms taken up. And then, cause the other girl didn't have her thing until, I'm trying to think. Her first patient didn't come till 12. So yeah, ouch. Y'all, I am not feeling good. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Anyway, yeah. So then the one girl, one of my coworkers, she decides she's gonna go on her lunch early. So she leaves for her lunch at like 2:30. And I'm like, okay. And she still had a patient in the room. It's this bra strap is too tight. So then her doctor comes out and she's like, where's blank blank? I'm like, she went on her lunch early. And I'm not trying to be a snitch, but she did. So then I had to go and take her patient's vitals. I still had 2 patients in the room. I had to run a strep test. That came back as positive. Thank God I wore a mask. And then I had to call that patient's parent, tell them about the strep test, and I had to clean 3 rooms, one of them which was her patient's room, and she went on her lunch break early. The receptionist went on her lunch break early. I can't check people in and out. So they're coming to me and they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm not a receptionist. Y'all gonna have to call and make the appointment. So everybody else gets an hour and a half lunch and I get 30 minutes. Oh, I just love this job. And I do love being a medical assistant. But maybe I just don't like working for this company because that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? And if I get the chance, oh, I'm gonna snitch. I don't care. I'm like, if our break is at 3, leave at 3. Don't leave at 2:30. That's not fair. Especially if you have a patient there and the rooms are dirty. So anyway, I'm gonna have my 30-minute lunch break and watch my little video. I never get an hour lunch break. Very rarely do I get an hour lunch break. Everybody else gets an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I get 30 minutes most times. So yeah, and I'm still not feeling good. And I checked my blood pressure and yeah, 145/93. That's lovely. So I'll check it again when I get back in there. But yeah, and my grandma's like, oh, go to the hospital after work. Y'all seem to forget that I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Like, I can't just go to the hospital. Your health is not important when you work. So I need to go. I'm gonna go right home, and I'll be back here tomorrow. We're not here, but I'll be back at the other office tomorrow. I don't think I have time to go to no emergency room. Be so for real.
I'm checking account in 2 minutes.
I am going to sit here and I can't even put my phone up there.
Apply now.
Try to I'm gonna eat and then go ahead and oh my god, and the McDonald's was set up so stupid. It's literally Monday, y'all. But I'm gonna, it's all cold. Still hit though. But she's like, you work as an MA. Asked one of the doctors. I was like, they were behind all day. Didn't have time. If I have time, I'll ask them. But, you know. Ouch. All right, you guys. So it is 3:37. I'm pretty much just going to head back in because my first patient is going to be there at 4. So they probably already in there because they always want to come mad early. Which I'm not complaining, y'all, but like I said, it's just like, sometimes it's frustrating when it's like, you know, I just don't ever get a break for real. You know, it's frustrating sometimes because all the work we do, like this ain't a sitting down, you know, clerk typist type job. Like, no, like we on our feet, running back and forth, doing labs and running back patients, but I'm gonna go back in there. Normally I enjoy the days, especially in this office, because normally it's chill. But yeah, it's not chill today. And then it's like I don't feel good, so I don't really have that much patience, and I'm like on the verge of passing out all day. But I'm still not going to go to the emergency room. Like I said, I know luckily I don't have to go until 11 tomorrow, but I still have to go in. So it's not like, you know, let me get off of this. But yeah, I'm heading in so I can have enough time to hopefully use the bathroom and take my blood pressure again before my patient, which is probably already there, comes in. So yeah, I love you guys. It's just Monday. Maybe that's just what it is. But yeah. All right, you guys. So it is currently 7:47 and I am getting ready to leave. Today was a day, y'all, and then on top of everything else, my period decided to show up. I'm like, what else? You know, it's a typical Monday. It is what it is. But luckily, I get to sleep in a little bit again tomorrow because I have to come back, not here, but the other office at 11 through 8 again. And I think I've mentioned this before, but the weirdest thing is I don't know why, if you work the 7:45 through 5 shift, and then you also work the 11 through 8 shift, they're the same amount of hours, but one of them, like the 11 through 8 shift just feels so much longer than the 7:45 through 5, but they're the exact same hours, you know. It's weird, but it is what it is. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the doctor kind of made me a little bit irritated earlier because he gonna sit there and have like a little bit of an attitude because I didn't like try to walk around the building and try to find him when he left. He left before the strep test results came back. So by the time he left and the patient left and everything, I just called the mom like he said to do. Call the mom and let her know the results and we'll go from there. And I said, okay. So I need to get about here. There's too many people walking around. So that's what I did. Then when I get back and when he gets back from lunch, then he's like, oh, what were the results? I put a sticky note in there, but I didn't know exactly where he was sitting at. It's not like I'm watching where they sit at, you know? So he didn't see the sticky note, and he's like, and I said they were positive, and he was like, oh, well, thanks for telling me. And I'm like, you left for your lunch. Like, I don't know what it is. All them 3 people in the office, except for the one provider and me, they all left before 3 o'clock. We have a lunch from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, not from 2:45 to 4, not from 2:30 to 4. So it's like, why do you get to leave early and then get mad because you didn't get the results? You weren't here, buddy. But I didn't say nothing. I let it go. Then he was like, well, next time when the test results come in, can you please let me know? And I'm like, yeah. But how am I gonna let you know if you're not here? I'm not gonna go try to find you at Wawa. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I love being a medical assistant, some days you just really don't like it. Some days are just kind of like, today was just not a good day. Like, I was really on the verge of tears. Like, today was not a good day. But we gonna hope and pray that tomorrow is better. But this is how it is, y'all. You're gonna have like a 5-day work week as a medical assistant. There's gonna be like maybe 1 or 2 days you really don't like your job. But the patients wouldn't know. I'd be like, hello, how are you? But I'm over here saying I can't wait to clock out because I can't stand seeing y'all right now. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm getting ready to head home. I don't know if I'm going to really record at the house because I only get like an hour or 2 to rest. But I might not, because I do want to get this video edited and everything. But this is just like a real raw day in the life, really. I didn't really show much, but this is how it is, y'all. There's just certain days where the providers get on my nerves, where the patients get on my nerves, and then my coworkers, you know. And I know there are probably days that I get on other people's nerves, but all in all, it wasn't a bad day. I only had 1 shot today and really didn't have many well visits. We were mostly 6, so you know. But yeah, y'all, sometimes like today I really contemplated if I really want to work here for a year. It's been a month, but I'm really sitting there saying, can I make it to a year? But then tomorrow might be a fantastic day, so it's like you just never know. Like, honestly, just don't give up, I guess, because some days are better, some days are worse. I don't know. All right, you guys, so I am going to end this video off here. Then I'm gonna head home, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell knowing I post, and share this video with your friends. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Love you. This is the real, raw, and uncut life of being a pediatric medical assistant.